Everything is going extremely well.
And now, showtime.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Let's just get right on into it. So, Andromeda is here. Of course, everybody knows that. And we're going to get into creative testing, scaling. We're going to get into your comments over the week. I did a great video. Apparently, you all liked it. Of Sam Piliero's said basically, don't do the one campaign method. And as the guy that built the one campaign method, we had to do a bit of a reaction. Let's have some talks about it. And also, if there's any videos that you would like me to do a reaction to kind of speak to some other things, let me know. I've already been sent videos from Chase Chappelle, which I'm absolutely going to do maybe today, and Andrew Ferris, where he's talking about value bidding and like the 5 things you need to do. So if there are any videos that you would like me to address, unedited, unscripted, basically just I watch the video, I'll probably do it as like a loom so my face is over in the corner, all of that fun stuff. Why is my name on here? I don't like my name on the thing. I think that's dumb. Anyway, how do we do? Can I just get this a little bit? Anyway, is it possible? Maybe not. Oh well, whatever. That is dumb. I don't normally have it. Oh wait, can I do this? No. Can I do this? Oh, no. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, is this it? Last thing, cancel. Okay, whatever. So if there's any videos you would like me to address, anything that you would like my opinion on, and again, I'm not doing this to try to talk shit to people. After the video with Sam went live, Sam reached out to me. We have each other's phone number. We've met in person. We had lunch together in New York City. He ended up joining Disruptor Academy just to see what it was all about. These aren't done out of malice. This is very much just like we're in different places. We're talking to different people. My buddy Ben Heath. Ben and Sam talk to different people than I do. They're trying to help people get started, right? Go from a crawl to a walk. I want to help people run marathons. There's very different goals. If you want to learn how to do from dead stop to crawl to walk to run, I mean, that's what Disruptor Academy is for. I got a little candle, by the way. Snowfall. I don't know why I'm giving a shout out to a candle company. Anyway, we'll see how it works. So anyway, so we're going to get into that, all of your comments and stuff. And as we normally do on every week, we're going to pull up the comment section. We're going to go through every single one. And then we're going to address some bigger stuff. And I have a massive, massive announcement for Disruptor Academy. So we're going to break through that as well. Massive straight up tutorial for creative testing, creative design, copywriting, building ads with AI, scaling, campaign structure, everything you need to make 2026 be your best year ever, by massively reducing your workload and everything else that's necessary. I will say this. What's going on here? I will say this. You started running ads to help grow your business. Your job is not to run an ad account. Your job is to run the business. The job of the ad account is to be simple enough for you to continue to work on the business and just make more money. And so I'm actually laying out building a brand new ad account from scratch, everything to build, to promote disruptor tools. And we'll cover that a bit today too. And I feel like my intro on this video, I meant to be straight to the point, and now I'm just rambling and rambling. So anyway, let's get to the point. Let's just open up the chat today. First off, show comments on the stage. Love to see you all here. And let's just open up the YouTube community. All right. Now, if anybody has any questions they would like answered, you can post comments on YouTube, and I will get to them at the end of the week, like we do here every week. And if you want feedback before that, obviously just join Disruptor Academy, and you can get my feedback in the same day. Like I'm literally replying back to people while just doing my thing. That's what I'm. I want to help everybody succeed. So that's all that we're doing here. So with that being said, we're going to answer these questions. I see the chat blowing up. Do I use the AI features, running different ads to show different products? Love these questions. Everybody come in. By the way, where are you watching from? I always love to know where people are coming from. And last thing before we get started, if you find value with all this stuff, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. But the number one thing you can do is share one of these videos with other people. The number one way that we help everybody get better is by sharing all of the things. Brazil, bonjour. All right, let's get to it. The Andromeda is here. How to stop your meta ads, ROAS is tanking. What to do? This video, I'm so glad that people loved it. Great video. Well, thanks. It's not really a question to answer. Here we go. Maybe the VIP of asking questions here. Nobody asked more questions. Big Merry Christmas from Denmark. Bonjour, Denmark. Southern Cali. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in my house in LA. Sometimes I'll be in my apartment in New York City, but here we are. So bonjour. Okay. Hey, Charlie, let's say a fresh ad account for lead gen. Would you launch a lead gen campaign optimizing for leads or bookings? If you say bookings, then why? Because we won't get 50 bookings in a week. Enough signal. I would, no matter what, when starting out, do the thing that is good enough for your business. Here, now, my goal for this is I'm happy to optimize for leads. If I think, let's say, for instance, 1 out of 10 leads books a call, and I think I can afford to get 500 calls or 500 bookings, whatever it is, if I can get 500 leads, whatever that math looks like, right? So what can I do to get out of the learning phase? If I know that I can't, then I'm going to optimize for the most valuable thing. So either I can optimize to get enough leads to get my campaign out of the learning phase so I can do proper creative testing, and I can do qualitative analysis on that. By the way, inside Disruptor Academy, we do have a course. I'll show you just real quick here in the classroom. Share this tab instead. In the classroom of Disruptor Academy, and we're going to break through all this stuff here in a minute. We have this lead qualifier calculator, basically how to massively improve your lead gen efforts. So 4 lectures plus an intro on all of this stuff. 30 minutes, 50, an hour, 25, an hour, 30. Like, there's a lot here to help out folks in the lead gen space. But all that being said, and why is my overlay? What the hell? StreamYard, you're being dumb. We should have a, hold on a second here. I just realized we need the overlay. What's going on? Let's do, is it style? Where's, do we just have no more overlays? Is everything gone? I feel like there's an update. There was an update, and now everything is missing. Media assets. Oh, here we go. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. Is it this? Let's see. Is it this? Oh, no. Is it this? Nope. Okay. Is it that? Nope. Man. Okay, well, that's something. Well, this is, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Is it this? Oh. Boom. There we go. Happy days. Okay, cool. At least we got that back. Whew. All right. So back to where we were. My apologies, man. I am clearly, I have 2 kids. One of them just turned 2. The other one is 3 weeks old. I'm a little scattered. Anyway, so the point is, if I'm running an account for lead gen, if I'm running an account for anything, my focus is to get out of the learning phase, and then I can do qualitative analysis on what's available, what's left. What the leads I'm getting, are they good leads or are they bad leads? We can understand that stuff and begin to do creative optimization around making the machine just drive a higher volume of better leads and really focusing on that. Somebody just joined the MBA program last week, a guy with a wedding company in Romania, and we are setting up everything right now to improve the quality of leads that we get, so that we can get a higher volume of higher quality lead, and then they don't have to deal nearly as much. If we can eliminate 20% of their calls and leads that are people that'll never buy from them, then we eliminate some cost centers, and we can teach the machine what a good lead looks like, and then all of the ads will just get higher quality leads. There's a whole bunch of other stuff here inside the course in Disruptor Academy. Was it 4 hours diving deep into that kind of stuff? So anyway, that's what I would look at it. I feel like you're in the academy, so please go check that out. Fave, this is really good. I worked at Meta, and this is exactly how we explain it, but better. Thank you so much. Faye. But yeah, the story of Maya, or I think it was Sarah. Story of Sarah. And it's a woman. And we were just talking about, like, if your ROAS is dying because of Andromeda, that might be the best thing ever for you. Because ROAS has nothing to do with profit, and that video explains everything that you need to know to understand that and to stop worrying about vanity metrics that ad agencies teach you is valuable so they can take credit for your hard work. Sharon or Sharon, I don't know. Anyway, hey Charlie, when you launch a testing campaign, do you have a daily minimum budget for each ad set in the 322? I don't use testing campaigns. I think the idea of having a testing campaign is stupid. I understand why a lot of people say you should do it, but ultimately it doesn't make sense. Why would you have a testing campaign to find a winner based off of very low data to then move to another campaign so that you have to test it all over again? Because if it wins in a testing campaign at, like, say, $50 a day, does that mean it's going to be any good in a campaign spending 100 or 1,000? No. There's a winner in a testing campaign that by nature has more competition and a lower budget that competes against your other campaign. You're relying on attribution, which is bullshit. And that video describes why the idea of attribution is complete nonsense. And you know somebody doesn't know when they're talking about if they use words like ROAS. If somebody uses ROAS to teach you how to run better ads, you can understand that functionally that person doesn't understand how marketing works. They're generally coming from a place where they run an ad agency, where they try to show a report that looks good. And so they talk about ROAS because that's the barometer of success that they've defined for their agency services. What we talk about here is money, not ROAS. You can't pay bills with a margin, right? Bills don't get paid on, well, I had a 3x ROAS. Cool. How much profit did you make? Oh, we didn't make any profit. Okay, cool. So who gives a shit? Right? And you can also say, well, I have a 0.8 ROAS. Yeah, well, what's your profit? Oh, we made 100 grand profit last week. Fantastic. ROAS and profit do not have any correlation. Obviously, a higher ROAS is more likely to be profitable than a lower ROAS, but that's either. The point is, we don't do testing campaigns. Now, when I launch a new creative test inside of my one campaign, because we use the one campaign method here, right? I invented the one campaign. It's still the most optimal way to run an ad account. And anybody who disagrees with that, so far, every video that I've seen of somebody disagreeing with that, I've been able to just kind of point out as to why that's wrong. And if you see any videos that you would love for me to address where somebody says, no, the one campaign method doesn't work, here's proof, show me the video, I'll do a reaction video to that to debunk their effort to debunk. Because one of the things I found is most people that run the one campaign method, like a game of telephone, they're running a bastardized version that isn't how it's supposed to work, and then complaining that doing the wrong job poorly doesn't work as well as doing a bad job well, doing the wrong thing well, having the wrong campaign architecture and executing it with a lot of level of effort get you a higher ROAS than setting up the one campaign incorrectly. In my opinion, what that means is doing a bad job with a large level of effort can give you a vanity metric that doesn't mean anything more effectively than doing the right thing the wrong way. Point is, when I'm doing a test, I might do a daily budget if I need to. But actually, what I'm going to show you in a little bit around how to do all the creative testing in Andromeda dives so much into that. So I'm not even going to dive too much deeper here. Any video on OCPM or OCM explaining everything? What's OCM, if you don't mind? One campaign method. Oh, yeah, we've got one campaign method videos all over the place. I introduced the one campaign method on this YouTube channel 4 years ago. So we absolutely have some of that stuff. Anyway, and then inside Disruptor Academy, again, we're building the one campaign method, and we're going to dive into all that here in a little bit. We're building a brand new campaign from scratch. And you can see every step. Anyway, 1330, the person who said you were talking down to others, he didn't get the point of the video you made. Thank you, Meta of Time. And now you've explained it very well. People like Sam Piliero, and Ben Heath, both friends of mine, are smart, but your businesses are different. They serve different people. Yeah, they try to get you from a crawl to walk, and I want to help people run marathons. That's what it's all about. Abdul, does the 322 still work post Andromeda? It only works better. It's funny. 322 is essentially leveraging dynamic creative that's now called flexible ads. And the amount of people that hated on dynamic creative, which I think had a lot to do with years ago, is far more aggressive in calling people out. And I constantly said, like, you building 1,000 ads is dumb. Use dynamic creative. Every one of them said, well, dynamic creative is stupid because Charlie likes it. Now they're all embracing flexible ads like it's the greatest thing ever. And it's just dynamic creative. They literally just called a rose by a different name and now it smells better. It's wild. But hey, as long as people are winning, that's all I care about. All I care about is the wins coming from people all around the world. We got Brazil, we got Bangladesh, we got Denmark, we got California in the house. Where else? There's so many other people here. Just let me know where you're from. Like, as long as you all are winning, I'm happy, right? Why we got to stream vertical? We don't have to stream vertical, Achievely. We're doing vertical and wide. And by the way, I love your comments, Achievely. Sometimes you just blow up the comment section with things, and it helps inspire so many conversations, especially when you're critical of me. Germany's in the house. Minnesota's in the house. Minnesota. I hear Minnesota might get Joe Burrow. Side note. I think, Bronx, baby. Walter. Well, hey, Bronx, India. I didn't know you were in the Bronx, Walton. When I'm back in New York City, can we get a fucking bagel, dude? Like, come on. I live at 14th and 8th. There's a train that goes to the Bronx. That's all I know. Anyway, let's get back to the point here. So much value in one video. I would tell Susan's story. Yes, please tell Susan's story. The Andromeda updates, understanding how the one train. Yeah, there you go. That's it, buddy. That's 500 feet from my house. My front door to the 123 and the ACE and the L. Boom, right there. I had no idea that I lived so close to so many good trains. Anyway, Susan's story. If you get the time to watch this video, the new Andromeda update is killing Meta ROAS, which, by the way, is the first video in a series of 7 videos. That's basically a free course. You can watch those 7 videos and fire your ad agency immediately, and you'll be better than 90% of that marketers out there. And then when you have more questions, hey, come and ask. Susan's story about the customer journey to purchasing is such a vital thing that I unfortunately think most marketers that teach and run agencies fully understand. But because it completely debunks the concept of attribution, they will never publicly embrace it, which is a struggle. Anyway, how to increase your budget correctly. One of my favorite things to do to increase your budget is use automated rules based around some CPA. What is my cost per result? CPA being cost per acquisition or cost per result or cost per lead, whatever that looks like. What's my target? If my target is 50, and I'm coming in at 45, increase my budget. And if I'm 10% better than my goal, I'm okay to increase my budget by 5%. And I'll do that 3 times a week. And just your job is now not to launch and do a million things and pushing a bunch of buttons. It's simply say yes more often than no and get anything out of the way that'll prevent that yes from happening. This video, how to increase your budget, the exact system to double your profits, actually breaks down the exact process that I use to go through ad accounts. If you've unfortunately fallen victim to the people that say you should have 12 ads, 20 ads, 100 ads in your account, 5 campaigns, 12 campaigns, any of that absolute nonsense, how you can get rid of that junk and start to build something that really works. Good sharing. Thank you so much. Also, in website visitor targeting, I don't see exclusion for add to cart, just pointing it out. Yeah, I don't know if you're calling out for Sam's or for me, but personally, Kushal, I never use exclusions. There's no point. I would never use an exclusion of an add to cart. I mean, I won't say never. 99% of the time that I'm running an ad, there's no exclusion. Especially for 99.9% of the time, I'm not excluding add to carts. There are some reasons for things, but like the email marketing strategy of holdout audiences and exclusions and that moved into search, especially branded search, have no place in Facebook. It's completely different technology for completely different space for completely different things. So we don't use it. This is that Sam said one campaign is stupid. I said, I disagree. And then broke it down line by line. And he shared his strategy and I break his down line by line. So very good video. Sam and I, again, he messaged me afterwards and he joined the academy afterwards. So like we're homies, right? Like this is all with love. Okay. All right. BMO Kaz. I want to talk about what I've been doing that was working in July and August when everyone hit a wall. I felt like I was printing money for the first time as a small business. I made a few small tweaks to push it further and support it and instead lost everything. Got double slammed with technical cappy issues and bad pixel setup. What I do is so important to people and belongs in the world. I saw a DM from you, Kaz, looking for 30 minutes. Kaz is a member of Disruptor Academy and the Meta MBA program. I got that message the night before my daughter's second birthday party, and then the day after was a doctor visit, and then like family crisis, and now it's Friday. I will write back to you, and we're gonna find 30 minutes, okay, Kaz? We will find 30 minutes to help you get what you need. By the way, if anybody wants consulting calls, I do them 30 minutes, an hour long. You can just go to Disruptor School /consulting calls or consulting call, whatever it is. Let's find out. We're going to go share this tab. Okay. And then we're going to do disruptorschool.com/consulting call. Boom. There you go. There you can find it. Boom. There you go. All right. But Kaz, you're good to go. Don't worry. Now, the thing I don't get about pushing of the one campaign setup is the biggest brands in the world have thousands and thousands of ads running. They aren't doing one campaign with a handful of winning creatives. They're more aligned with Sam's method. No, they're not. So what's the defense of the one campaign if the biggest dogs aren't running it? Has Charlie ever given that answer? Okay, Mike. Why are you trying to run your ads like the biggest brands in the world? Hi, Kaz. Let's do it. Yeah, I haven't been ignoring you, girl. I've been trying to get through the DMs in the academy. Jess, my new community manager, is crushing it, and like I'm just trying to get through all the DMs. But I now found that there's a just unread button inside the school app, so I can now see all just the unread DMs. I found that this morning, so I'll get back to you. I promise. Mike. Why are you running your ads like the biggest brands in the world? If you're running a sneaker company, why would you try to copy what Nike does? That makes no sense. If you're trying, like, the biggest brands in the world aren't good at Facebook advertising. That's not what they need to do. They've built a business that is successful enough for them to outsource their Facebook ads to people because that's not what they need. Like, what got them to be the biggest brand is absolutely what's important. But Achievely on YouTube desktop, okay. Anyway, no, on YouTube desktop Achievely, there are two, apparently it sends out 2 lives, so just exit and come back to the one that's the full screen. You'll be good to go. You don't want to copy what the biggest brands are doing today. You want to copy what got them there. Most of the brands that are huge do really bad work almost everywhere. It works for the business because they figured out the business. And that's kind of the whole point. If you figure out how to run your business properly, you don't need to be good at other things. You really only need to be good at 2 or 3 things to make an 8-figure, 9-figure, 10-figure business. And you can get there in many different ways. Apple has tremendous branding and market positioning and product. Fantastic, right? Nike has fantastic market alignment, spokesman stuff, right? They built their brand on Jordan. Mike, Kenny, if you're saying, well, the biggest brands in the world running thousands of ads, which isn't necessarily a good thing, and they're doing stuff more in line with Sam's method, no, they're not. And the defense of the one campaign is the biggest dogs are running it. Like, okay, so you're saying if you have a startup sneaker company, you should just copy Nike. So my response to you, Mike, is if you are starting a sneaker company, just go and hire Michael Jordan. Problem solved. Let me put it to you a different way. McDonald's is the only fast food restaurant in the world that researches locations. Every other fast food restaurant on the face of the planet puts themselves as close as they can to a McDonald's. If you want to copy McDonald's and do all of the legwork to find the best locations, you're going to find that they're all unavailable already. because McDonald's got them. The point is, don't play the wrong game. And I've worked with some of the biggest brands in the world. Like I run ads for Nissan. I've worked with Apple and with Levi's and with Activision. And like, there are so many other things behind the ads besides what's the optimal for the D2C ROAS report. Nobody gives a shit. There are armies of middle managers trying to make sure that their reports look good enough to not get fired. Okay. Like it's so much more complicated than trying to run along with Sam's method, which also most of them don't do because it's obsolete 7 years ago. Let's move on. Heart. Thanks. Hi, Charlie. Great video. Just have 2 questions. When you decide to turn on off an ad, I understand you look at the 4 PI, but you decided based on 7-day time interval. I think it's a feeling. I think turning stuff on and off is really about a vibe. I think there's a heartbeat and a pulse and a vibe to every ad account, and the person running the ads kind of has that feeling of when you're willing to let something go or when you need to still hold on. And it's also dependent on how the other moves are going. There's no anybody that tells you it's 7 days, that's it, is full of it. The other thing, once you find your winners and scale them up and they reach the point where performance drops, you start creating variations, iterations. And that also really depends. And I'm sorry that I have to give you an it depends learn crux, but generally, I'm not trying to scale up. I don't want my winners to get to a point where performance drops. And if performance drops, I generally find the better way of solving the problem isn't to replace that ad, which guarantees that it'll drop much faster, but try to understand if performance drops, that's probably because it shifted how it's being used by the platform according to a 4PI analysis. How do I take more advantage of the opportunity created there, either on the platform or elsewhere? Like maybe my performance drops, and instead of the better thing to do instead of launching more Facebook ads is just spike my Google search budget. Be more aggressive on email. People are way too like 99% of brands are not nearly aggressive enough on email. I'll put it that way. More fast interviews, that's great. You're welcome. I got tons of them, and we are pumping them out like 2-3 times a week. The honest person about Facebook ads. Well, thank you. I try to be honest. The blue hair really suits you. Thank you. I like the organic idea, but which campaign should that be good for? Lead or sales? It's neither. You can use or both. I almost just tried to drink my candle. That's where I'm at today. But instead I got my espresso. Thank God. That would have been tough. Organic works for the brand. That can leverage and provide opportunity for leads or sales or in-person stuff. So not 200K using one campaign method. 99% of spend goes to the bottom of sales ad every time. Hey, like if we spend $200,000, it seems like it's going well. Oh, wow. Okay. I only partially agree. I'm a big fan of the one campaign setup. Thank you. I test it and scale with the one campaign in total. Even though I use it more like Nick Terrio. Love it. Nick Terrio, longtime student and fan of mine. I've met him. We've hung out. We've had an interview together. If you're using Nick and that's what makes it work, fantastic. We have a difference of opinion sometimes, but hey, look, if he's winning, you're winning. Fantastic. For me, there's a rule of thumb when testing. When I publish a new test, the test has to answer one question. Can I spend more money to make more profit? If yes, the test is positive. If no, the test is negative. That's with 100% broad and please no interest or any nonsense. Love it. The result, bootstrap brands go from 40 a day to 1,000 in 30 days. The profit is still growing every day. Trends, I love it. One campaign works. Fantastic. Just starting out, planning to launch my ads in about 2 days. Your approach is exactly what it came for. And believe me, you are God's. Oh, thank you so much. Quick question. My pixel is brand new. Do you advise to run this campaign? Try to catch? Yes, absolutely. Get any sales you can. Also, pump your organic as much as you can so that your ads don't have to be the very first touch. But if you're just starting out and Christmas can work for you, I might launch with cost caps just to start to steal sales from other people. It's not sustainable, but it's a great way to teach your machine what to get. More on that another time. If you want to know more about that, maybe I should make a video on cost caps. I mean, I've done it repeatedly. The method that you see everybody talking about cost caps comes from my strategy from 2018, an ebook manual that I put together with Meta, and that's still the one that like common thread and Andrew Ferris used. Even though it hasn't been, they basically took a 70-page report and took page like 13 to 15 and then made that their entire business without all the rest of the context. But whatever, it works for some people, especially if you're a service-based business for running ads for other folks. where you can run contracts, or in Common Threads collection, you sue people when they cancel. Anyway, so none of you are correct. Okay. Meaning you both don't know what you're talking about. Okay. You just applaud 3 things he said and destroyed his entire video. I don't know that I destroyed his entire video, but keep around. And Meta adds, no one is right. The only person who's right is the one making money. That's it. Well, that's 35 minutes. If you spend 35 minutes listening to useless content, G28, first, thanks for the view. Second, bail after like 2 minutes. Why are you spending 35 minutes listening to something that sucks? There's plenty of other stuff on YouTube. Anyway, whatever. Good point, but I don't like this person. He talks around the bushes, never got to the point, like a drug addict trying to convince. Okay. Zach, a realist in the FB. Common theme with Charlie's, he talks in circles, but doesn't provide any concrete guidance. But can he actually deliver? He should have taken control of the presentation, offer practical advice, set up what ad sets to focus on. Instead, he just tends to talk and present himself convincingly, leaving people scratching their heads and wondering what to do. Okay. It sounded good, but there were no actionable steps. This guy paid a lot of money to receive advice that isn't going to help him. First off, no, he didn't. This was not a paid call. So they didn't pay a lot of money. Also, that person was very thankful for the call and is doing a lot better because of it, Scott. But I appreciate all the hate in the comment section. More comments, more juice, more good. All right. What did you take away from this training besides the fact that it seems to believe that he knows everything and what you're doing is wrong? I would argue that there's no right way to Facebook ads. That might be true. But if you're going to teach, you need to provide examples, show us data, and conduct real deep dives. I do that all the time. We need more than just philosophical ideas that sound appealing. We need practical action steps. Okay, well, the practical action steps are different for most people, but we need to agree on what the structure should look like so we can all move in the right direction. He basically said, stop testing. You already got something winning and just squeeze the budget. Honestly, that's great advice. No structure, no real solid action steps. I mean, yes, that is actually solid action steps. Stop making it worse, leverage the win you already have, and then figure out what the problem is when you actually have a problem. I'd say it's perfectly reasonable for you to say my action is to not take action other than putting more load on my already existing win. Leveraging a win is a valuable action, in my opinion. Hey, look, if you want to create more problems, to solve more problems and work more and more to make less money, go for it. The course he couldn't roll on the fly. Charlie just said to go watch these videos in the course. He couldn't roll on the fly to help this person. Yeah, because the videos are hours long. The audit was like 30 minutes. There's context. There's so many other stuff. I hate to have somebody watch these videos and say, show me live, buddy. I paid you a lot anyways. Now you have to say, watch the videos so I can learn about nothing. Clearly, Scott, your experience is different than most people. And hey, look, your experience is yours. And I hope one day that I can help you out. Lenny says, awesome. Keep them coming. Charlie, I have a question. No matter what ad, I see that 9% spends 9% on the engaged audience, existing customers. What is the mistake that I'm making? You're not making any mistake. Engaged audience and existing customers is totally fine. Anybody that tells you it's not okay doesn't know what they're talking about. Don't worry about it. If you want to exclusively try to eliminate that, first off, 9% is great. That means the machine is already throttling 91%, but you could optimize towards new customers at the conversion event, and you'll probably get that 9%. Well, it might still be 9% because we just go to engaged instead of existing. And to be fair, if those people do buy, the spend on the engaged customers might go up. But anyway, let's keep going. And I see the comment section blowing up. I'm just trying to get through these, and then I'll address the chat. And also, we got a whole other thing I need to break into. So don't worry, Life Hacker 8. We're going to get to you. All right, Charlie, when you said I had Black Friday running until May, does the creative? Yes, it absolutely mentioned Black Friday in the creative and the text overlay in a video. We even ran that on Roku connected TV ads. Like, I was watching, I think, Philo or Sling, some dumb shit, just to like watch a sports event or something like that. I don't remember what it was. I think I was trying to watch Antiques Roadshow. That's what it was, because I was trying to just get my kid to nap. And I like Antiques Roadshow. And like, I didn't pay for Sling, so I had the free, and an ad came up, and it was our ad for Black Friday, but it was May. How can a Black Friday ad work way past the holiday? People are like, oh shit, they fucked up. They still have the Black Friday offer going. I'm going to go take advantage of it. Great. The Black Friday offer wasn't a discount on primary products. We set a Black Friday offer to be a premium offer. If your Black Friday offer is just a premium offer positioned as a Black Friday opportunity, why turn it off? Hello, could you please make a recommendation for a brand new Meta ad account, brand new shop, brand new business? I am going to walk through this here in a minute, but inside of Disruptor Academy and the MBA, we are dropping a brand new course on this where I'm doing this exactly for me from scratch from day one, showing every single step of the way. Hot Sizzle, when do you guys do a live call debate? I don't know. We might not. I don't know if it's worth Sam's time to do that. His YouTube channel's blowing up on his own. It might not be good to do a chat with me. Maybe it would be. Who knows? Sam, if you're watching this and you want to do it, message me. I'm down to do it. Charlie, thank you for replying. Let's do a dropshipping video. It's on my list. I got a lot of people saying in this video, is like, hey, if you want me to do a dropshipping video, I can. And like, please. Okay. I'm running ads for years that way. Instead of prospecting sales, I put it in brand awareness because that already gives us brand recall lift. Sales on efficiencies, just top, middle, bottom. Cool. Do a dropshipping video econ, please. I'm working on it. Your content is great, but as a thumbnail, gangster, thank you. Would love to see a lead gen one. If we get people in the academy or in the MBA that are running lead gen that want to do it, I absolutely will. Good insight. Thank you. As per your experience, you think we should be pricing on the landing page? Absolutely. I mean, it's up to you, honestly. It's for lead gen, so it's about disqualification. When is good or when is bad to show people the price. It's up to you. Every business is different. New businesses already have less purchases. Segregating the data in multiple campaigns is not what the brand needs. Love it. Plus, small spend ideally will indicate a newer brand. So either way, not much repeat, hence Meta needs to go out and find new. So yes, Sam has got it all backwards. Okay. And this is where people struggle to accept AI can do a better job than actual humans, hence 1,000 other data points. Just spend the damn time on ads, products, and cash flow and call it a day. More is not equal to complex. Bars. All right. I tried since October to find a campaign structure. I sell digital. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Easy fix for this ad account. I have a control ad set with an exclusion. People who purchase more than 3 times and are email subscribers. Okay. You'll optimize more towards prospecting engaged audiences, a bit lower on existing ones. You can, I would argue, just don't have exclusions at all because there wasn't actually a problem of overspending on existing customers, but to each their own. What about we exclude customers, let's say for 45 days and we optimize for new purchase? You could, absolutely. I don't think you need the exclusions if you're going to optimize for new customers, but that's up to you. If you think about it, the way the YouTube is kind of like a funnel, a person never would have thought about it. Yeah, YouTube's a funnel for a lot of people. I think this entire video is wrong because the definition of engaged audience is not really correct. I agree. You don't need to run Facebook ads. So no, Sam's math is wrong. The logic is way off. Yeah, it might build a better dashboard for a client. And by the way, that client spent over $100,000 at a 4x ROAS. And they're like, well, you could do better. Like, why? Why not double the spend and try to keep the ROAS over a 3? If ROAS is the goal, it sounds like you have way under leveraged the opportunity. Thanks for being honest. It's so true. People who have experience are not necessarily the good YouTubers. And I would argue that some people are good. Good YouTuber is subjective. Are you trying to get a ton of views or are you trying to provide a lot of value? I try to provide a lot of value, and I guarantee that means I get less views than somebody like Dara or Ben or Sam or Chase or Iman, where they're trying to get more views. And there's a lot of value to what they're doing too. I'm not trying to talk shit about them. I'm just saying we have different goals. We're talking to different people at different stages. You watch their videos and then eventually you graduate to watching mine. And your bank account graduates too. Hi, Charlie. Do you have expertise for brands using a strategy of fewer ads and doing big numbers? Absolutely. Tons of them. We talk about it all the time. And curious how the funnel looks. It's every brand is different. This sentence was got me. I don't want to day trade an ad account. Yeah, right. Okay, I think these are from weeks ago. All right, cool. So we got through all the comments. I just had to burn through all of that stuff. Okay, now everybody on the chat, we're gonna get to your questions real quick. If you have a question for this call, blow up the chat. Let me see them. We're gonna get to them real quick. But I want to share this, and this is going into the academy, but we're gonna push it to the academy and the MBA program. This is the new Andromeda creative testing course. Okay, now what I want you to see is how much is in this thing. All right. This is what we're going to be breaking down. Okay. We're going to understand the danger of testing more. We're getting into the biggest impact. We're talking about, what happened with Andromeda, how to find your best customer and what to test. We also break down the scientific method in Meta, the big picture, how to test for low budget accounts, how to test for high budget accounts. We're getting into the 4 PI analysis, what each metric means. We also break down more of a black box, how to like open up the black box. You understand exactly what's going on and how to set up your own dashboard. For funnel strategy, what kind of ad sits at each part of the funnel. We also do a deep dive into each creative type. We get into partnership ads. We get into the rules of creating successful partnership ads and a full funnel creative breakdown, what kind of ads sit in what place and what that looks like so that you can run that and build better ads. We also then get into market research and copywriting, how to understand the 3 kinds of market research to get into, building your reconnaissance engine. We get into consumer insights database, your internal analytics, and then we get into the work, how to build your customer profile and writing ad copy that converts. And I literally share the entire chat that I use in the examples so that you can follow along. Then we get into building creative with AI, how to use chat and Gemini to make ads, what those ads end up looking like. So you can see like what they all end up. And then we also provide you a template of nearly 200 ad templates that you can use they're in Canva. So you can see, oh, that's the ad for Obvi. That's the ad for insert. I mean, I think we have over 100 ads in there where the ad that we reference has spent over $1 million. And then we break down the ads so that you can duplicate it for yourself. Dumb easy, right? Then I show you how I do all the editing for everything, all the tricks and tools that I use to get it done. And then I literally just break down an actual step-by-step guide for all of that. The only thing missing here that I'm going to record today is I'm going to build the ad account from scratch, and then we're pushing this thing live. This is the Andromeda creative testing course. It is going live in Disruptor Academy by the end of the day. You can get this thing by joining Disruptor Academy for $147 a month, or just jump into like the monthly annual plan. Let's see, upgrade. You go to Disruptor Academy plans and you can get the year. So you save 35% off and you get 50% off Disruptor Tools. And for those, again, that don't know, Disruptor Tools is my software suite that I use all the time to help brands grow. And so you understand what that can look like. Let me show you one brand that I'm working, that one of my brands, a women's clothing business. And here's the orders. 11,000 orders, give or take. Now, what we can do here, this is the customer journey insights. We can product group so that we can do, let's do it combined sizes and color variants. Let's just keep everything together. Awesome. So it can be by name, by SKU, or some external mapping if you want to. But again, seconds to get answers that Triple Whale will never give you. Lifetime Lead will never give you. No other software in the world gives you this stuff, and I give it to you in seconds. So if you want to see this is the map of returning customers versus new when it comes to revenue each month. Now, if you want to know what made that stuff up, how you create $2 million in revenue over the last year, well, these are all the products. Now, if we sort by number of second purchases, we can see what products most commonly drive a second purchase. Well, this one has maybe some of the most first, so of course it has more second. Got it. But this one, way less. This one, way less. Almost half as many purchases, but 70% as many second purchases. Like 53% of the people that buy this buy again, and they do it in less than 60 days. Phenomenal. If we want to scale the business, let's sell the shit out of that. If we get 60-day payment on our credit, maybe go to Parker or something like that, we can lose money on this product and still be better. And so like you can understand like what are all these products? What does the best for us? What items most commonly get somebody to come back? So that are the number of products, the volume of revenue that we make from repeat buyers continues to go up. And if you want to have less junk in here, you can just hit this popularity filter so that we screen out all the products that just aren't good. Well, if we do 100% popularity, well, that's going to be a little much. But and that's huge. Now, if you wanted to also get into here and just say, what about just camis? How do camis do? Okay, here we go. Or what if we want to do a jacket? How do the jackets do in our store? Okay. 47, 40, 43, 70. Wow, selling jackets is probably pretty good. This is nice, right? Whatever you want to do. Now, the other thing that we can do, that's the customer journey. If you want to go to the hero offer intelligence, we can see, well, how valuable are those things? Okay, let's answer that question. Let's get into it. You don't even have to upload the stuff anymore. We're going to keep the product grouping, the popularity filter. Fantastic. So we can see that, let's get this down to, let's do this down to 1%. And then there we go. So we can see average days of second purchase. Okay, this is, we're going to bump this back up. I went the wrong way. Let's go 20% popularity. And refresh. Ba, 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 ba. Here, we're going to upload this again. Love it. And this is over 4 years in the business. 11,000 sales. Cool. Product grouping. Let's do, yeah, combined sizes and color variants. Love it. Cool. Now we can get down into here and just see like what's the best for us. Combined AOV. What if we do average first number of first purchases, the best selling products? When somebody buys the sudden sensation blazer, within 70 days to buy again, and the average combined AOV is $300. Remember that Victoria necklace? Well, the average person buys again in 90 days, and the net total is 270. Like, you can understand like how powerful this is to understand your business. Like, this is what you should be understanding. What products? What are the only things you actually need to promote? Right. And again, you can also filter this. We want to do blazer, for instance. Okay. Here's all the blazers. Fantastic. Almost all of these. Now you can see the difference between the sudden sensation and the reconnaissance or the Renaissance. $299, $335. This one makes you $40 more in 10 less days. Every time I sell this thing versus this one, it takes me 11 more days to make $40 less. This one, I don't make as much money, but I get that money back for a second purchase so much faster. Shit. Like, this is what you need to know to grow your business. So anyway, Disruptor Tools is incredible. And I really recommend that people start checking this stuff out. And if you want, man, I wasn't sharing my fucking screen for that whole thing. Really? Really? Okay, let's do this again. Let's do this again. Yep. Son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. So that's embarrassing. All right. Here's our customer journey insights. I feel like such a dummy. Okay. Anyway. So here we go. We can sort by month to month to see the historic record of everything. We can go to overall totals so that we can see how much money. We have the popularity filter. We are live. Absolutely. Then we can sort by second purchases. We can see the most commonly bought second purchases. We can sort this if we want to do by jacket. Cool. Here's all the jackets. Maybe we wanted to do a blazer, a specific kind of jacket, right? So we can do the blazer. Awesome. So now we can see like the time to second purchase and how often people are going to buy that thing, right? And then we can go back to the dashboard. We can go to Hero Offer Intelligence. By the way, each one of these tools, I think it's $39. So you can get all three of them for $100. And if you join the premium, if you get the VIP, the annual pass on Disruptor Academy, you save 50% on it. Anyway, I'm into here. We can see number of first purchases, lots of them. And here's that blazer again. Okay, 71 days, $299 versus 42 days. Let's see. This one is 92 days for $276. What if we just do jacket? What's the best jacket if we want to really make money? All right. The Colonel jacket, 90 days for $260. This Velvet Dreams, apparently, the next purchase is the Colonel jacket. So that's why. 77 days for $317. I'd argue selling this Velvet Dreams cami, get somebody to buy the Colonel jacket, gets them to buy again. Like, that's 3 purchases. That's phenomenal. Like, let me do that. Right? Like, why am I promoting other things? Look at this Lavender Love Duster. Colonel jacket is the next purchase, right? This bandana, Colonel jacket's the next purchase. Like, that Colonel jacket is huge. So if we just make sure that Colonel jacket produces a lot of second purchases, then all we need to do is promote things that have that set up to be where the second purchase is the Colonel jacket. Now we don't need to promote dozens of products in our store. We have a very clear customer journey. So like, just it's dumb not to do it. I'll put it that way. Also in the Academy, real quick, by the way, just for what it's worth. And then we're going to get to all your questions. We have the course hub. We've got our 187 plus templates in here. And then we're about to drop. We have already the lead qualifier, creative strategy, email, split testing, TikTok, freelancers and AI, e-commerce bootstrapping, surveys, newsletter, YouTube, influencers, boost posts. This went live today. And then we've also got the AI, which is going live very soon. Actually, I think it's in the tools section. Google Ads, data, affiliate marketing, accelerating your site, more TikTok stuff for Black Friday, more email stuff, UGC, influencers. This is a ad agency success kit. Google search for Facebook advertisers. This is going to be huge. We're finishing up. It'll probably go live on Monday. YouTube SEO, PSM, landing pages, how to build them, how to improve your conversion rate optimization, consumer psychology, copywriting with AI, email, shopping, like and we're still getting started. We haven't even scratched the surface on half the things that we're doing. So anyway, like this again, this is what's coming. This is dropping today for everybody in the Academy and the MBA. That all being said, let's get to your questions. Let's get to the chat. Hi, guys. Hi. If I run different products with different price ranges, how would you structure it? Different campaign ad sets, things for everything. I would have them be different campaigns, then ultimately choose which campaigns I don't need anymore. Do you use the AI features on Ads Manager, or do you wait to win before adding them? If I don't have any winners, I will use them. If I do have winners, I don't need them. Brazil, bonjour. Southern Cali, bonjour. Big Merry Christmas from Denmark. Hello, Denmark. I dated a Danish girl. She was great. Laga, L-A with the little thing and the E connected, R-K-E. Had a lot of fun. Bangladesh, bonjour. Does multi-product testing campaign negatively affect the quality of learning of the new scaling campaign from the winner's product? Don't have a testing campaign and a scaling campaign, so that architecture is bad. And then if you're testing multiple products, that campaign is just seeing what you can drive the most volume of. So it's like if you have a stick of gum in the Lamborghini shop, every time you sell a stick of gum, it doesn't mean you sold any Lamborghinis, but you're just telling the salesman to sell as much of anything as possible. You're telling the machine, find me the highest volume of sales, not sell the most expensive thing. So don't put multiple products in the same campaign. And a video on OCM explaining everything, the one campaign method. Yes, this Andromeda, this entire thing, by the way, is going to end with me building a one campaign method ad account from scratch. So you can be able to watch all of that. We got to stream vertical. We don't have to stream vertical. Germany, yeah, Minnesota, Bronx, India. Let's do it. Oh, fantastic, buddy. Just like fucking bagel time. Love it. The one campaign has never worked for me. Anytime I add a new ad set, my performance drops significantly. Am I doing something wrong? Probably. To be fair, Andrew, I think most people have been taught the one campaign method horribly wrong by people that don't know how to do it. And I am actively working on trying to change all of that. I'll probably just reintroduce the one campaign method like I did 5 years ago to the world and really just try to push it. So stay tuned. The one train. Yeah, buddy. Kaz, let's do it. All right. On YouTube desktop. Okay. Achieve lead. Boom. Love it. Okay. Could you tell me how you set up your ad rules? That's part of the MBA program. We also have some of that available in the Academy, but the Meta MBA program has an entire course just dedicated to just that. And it means that you spend an hour a week, 90 minutes a week, because you don't actually have to do any of the actual work. So anyway, good stuff. When someone says they convert an ad set into a scaling ad set, is that moving the ad set from a new campaign to starting fresh? Honestly, Jordan, what that means is they're doing everything wrong. No ad set is testing or scaling. All ads are always testing. You don't have separate ad sets for testing or scaling or separate campaigns for testing or scaling. That's just not how it works. Charlie is smart. You have the first 50 opt-ins, add to carts. Don't do add to carts. If an ad set was running and purchase results, but launch a new ad set and that new ad set's taking all the spend at dead cheap CPMs with no results, what should we do? Hey, look, if your new ad set is getting a ton of spend, super cheap CPMs, that means it's way high in the funnel. That's what a 4PI would tell us. And if the results are shit, which we would expect from something with cheap CPMs, and it's hurting your business, don't spend money on it. Nobody said you had to spend money on ads that lose money for you. So don't. Hey, Charlie, what's your take on the above? Okay. Is consolidation of spend on a few ads a sign of ad set not being well-rounded? No, it means that the system knows what it's doing. And your job is to support that and to make sure that that consolidation is a good idea. And if it's not, remove the things that are a liability to your success. Found your content recently. Do you think ad account training quality will suffer during demand validation, aka fake door? Yeah, don't do any of this hacky shit. Traffic engagement campaigns for 50 neighborhoods, ABO and AB. Don't do any of that. Yes, it's bad for you. Plus, it's just a waste of money. Stray light trays. If there's a YouTube video where somebody's telling you to do that, please comment with that YouTube video so that I know what to do a reaction video to, because nobody should ever be doing this. Ever. Charlie found your channel in 2023 and been a huge fan since. All your videos is enough full of a business. Well, thank you so much, Marvin. And I recognize the comments. I can't thank you enough for your content. My whole brain is programmed to the way you explain. Thank you so much. Our broad retargeting efforts, the way we learned from you, was a huge one for us this year. Before we learned about broad retargeting, we're doing an event-based. Oh, yeah. No event-based retargeting. Broad all the way. Did you reach your Disruptor Academy revenue goal? I was just seeing your Facebook or a small budget video and saw you were doing the strategy in the video to reach revenue goal. Jesus, I didn't reach my Disruptor Academy revenue goal because I pivoted 3 months after launching it to do the Meta MBA. And I did 2 cohorts of the Meta MBA and doubled my Academy revenue goal by doing that. And now I've come back to the Academy. And just if you guys want to see what's going on, full disclosure, because that's what we do here, right? There's no bunk bullshit in this house. We keep shit 100. Look at that. Blew up. And then around April, May, I stopped pushing the Academy because I was doing the MBA program. And then in October, I was like, all right, let's fucking go whole hog because I got a baby coming in November. Boom. There we go. My MRR was at 15K a week and a half ago. Now it's at 16. We're getting new people in all the time. Plus, I'm doing the VIPs, the annual plans, don't account there. And just so you guys can see the payouts, real talk. It was hovering around 2, 3, 4, something like that. And then immediately it was like, all right, it's time to give a shit. 7K. And I got another 9 coming. That's how you run a business. All right. Okay, let's keep going. There you go. Okay, we can't see your screen yet. My bad. We are live. Absolutely. Hey, Charlie. I'm Raj. Hi. India. I'm beginner to learn meta ads, but your pricing is a lot for beginners because of the currency conversion. Then just binge this channel. Binge this channel and ask all the questions you can. Yeah, I paused that one ad set because it was only one attributed ad. Cool. With Meta's investment into AI talent and chips, do you think 2026 will bring back targeting? No, you never need to do targeting. Targeting has been obsolete since 2018. iOS 14 didn't impact targeting at all. iOS 14 was a bad week. It was a bad couple of days for people who had their ad account set up in one campaign structures. And it destroyed businesses that were set up to do things the wrong way. Why no add to carts? Because you don't want to you don't want to train the machine to focus on people who are a waste of money. If your purchases are more expensive, then go to broad retargeting and figure out how to make sales organically. And then the purpose of your ad account is to amplify what you've solved organically until you can afford to do something more valuable. There you go. Well, everybody, I hope you're here and enjoying stuff. We got some more membership requests. It's amazing to see all these people want to jump in. Shout out to some of the new members, by the way. Just a quick shout out to Raj. Hey, Raj, all right. Eduardo, Jameson, Justin, Samina, Jersey, Mohammed, Cosmin, Alvin, Sean, Rashid, Mateo, Damien, Victor, B, Emo, Madalena, Eddie, Mahmoud, Alfredo, Rada, Sharon. Oh, you're from the YouTube. Good to see you. All right. Ben, I got to get back to your DMs. Craig, also a MBA member. George and Darren, good to see you here, Darren. Joseph, Yao Zhang, Sam, Flix. These are just from, like, I'm trying to find, Peter, Alicia, Juliano, Ken with the premium, Ali, Joseph with the premium, Erdal, Walid, Pamela. There we go. Justin, Francisco, Jan. Man, these are all just like, I'm trying to find, where is Sam Peliero? He's on this. These are all the people since in the last 7 days. Like, it's just incredible. We're on page 3 of all the people that have joined in the last week. Join December 8th. Join December 8th. December 8th. Like, it's just incredible. Jordan is back. Love it. These are all the people that have joined December 6th. December 6th. Like, these are all the people that are jumping in. All the people that are finding love, all the people that are, like, getting results and sticking around. If you notice, a lot of these people are active. They haven't churned. They're not leaving. A lot of folks, here we go. Sam from the 5th, right? That's respect. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, folks, I got a call. I got to go. Let's see. Not talking about manual targeting, just AI. Oh, that's been phenomenal for years. Don't worry about it. And not any video I can link, just heard it's a good method to test. Yeah, I would find a video stray and I'll beat it up. Other than that, I got to go, everybody. Until next time, I'll see you on the internet.